guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a very different building video, mainly because I didn't want to necessarily do just a regular building video because I don't really have anyone that I'm like specifically gunning to build. I have several characters I need to build, but I figured for the next technically over a week. It'll be close to 2 weeks, but I probably won't have the chance to film for a few days. And like the amount that I do in Genshin will be very minimal for a few days. But I wanted to see how far we could get because it's a new banner. If you can't tell from my very interesting team comp, we're pulling for an incredibly sassy little thing. And we're going to try to build as many characters that we can. That's right. It's the low-end banner. We got Illawa. We got Wanderer to be our rage-baiting little bitch. We got Vodka here ready to hopefully at least persuade Lohan to come home so that they can fight. And then we also have our knife-wielding other cryo. Do I think this is going to work? Absolutely not, but I'm on a 50-50 and I'm at 40 pity. I'm so nervous about all of this because I'm like, I don't have good luck on my account. Oh, but hey, I got another sack sword. I'll take it. I'll take 2 4-stars. It's like, at least the sack sword is good. At least it's good. But basically what we're going to be doing is just, I'm going to kind of just go through like an average like day or week as like how I play Genshin. And it's going to be absolutely insane. First, let's get this stupid con on Mika. I have the gut feeling we're going to be pulling a lot of Mikas because the game hates me. And while, like, theoretically it would be nice to hit C6 for Mika, I don't want it. I want Lohan. Give me the good cryo. Do it for Illawa game. Okay. We should actually go do stuff. Okay, so we're intermittently going to be going back and forth between voiceover and not, but the main goals of this video are going to be leveling up the Sacrificer staff, Sethos, Nicole, and then maybe Shenhe and Illawa. I need this game to stop giving me high pity and just like give me low pity or like medium pity. Why can't I go back to like the 60 pity that I used to get? Now it's like I'm lucky if I get it in 70. Like, I'm sorry, but Genshin needs to have it so the higher pity you are, the more likely you are to win the 50-50, as opposed to being like, oh, congratulations, you're at 85 pity? Here's a fucking D-Luke that no one wants. Like, I wish it was like the higher in pity you got, the closer you were to like it would change like a little bit to like, oh, so God, sorry. I'm like, I had something in the, background, and then I just all of a sudden hear an ad extremely loud in my ear, and it scared the shit out of me. Oh God. Okay, where is Raiden? Okay, it's 13, so let's see if Mona gives us anything. She gave us 2! Sorry, I'm like currently updating all of my stuff as we go. Come on, Ryo. What are you doing to me, my boy? Or would it be better to... Let's put my trust in Pookie. Let's put it at a Aizen. At a Aizen. Yeah, 11, and then we can do one of these. I'm not trusting you, Mona. Come on, Ryo. Ryo. There is a part of me that wants to put everything up to the max ones because I don't have enough like stuff to clear it. I did not realize I needed these. I literally just, I'm gonna have to go fight those. I genuinely did not think that I needed them. Okay. Everything is scrappable. I have to go fight these! Okay. And unfortunately, I know exactly where I can go for them. It wasn't yesterday. It was like a couple days ago that I went and just kind of like reorganized my like entire inventory to kind of like downsize it so it was manageable. And I did not think for one singular second that I was like, oh, I need these. I was like, no, I don't. Then I forgot that weapons existed. It's fine. Oh, okay, I got 10. I'll take it. That'll put us at 41. I think one of the biggest things for me when it comes to like trying to build every character is trying to do it as effectively as possible. Because I'm at the point with like Sethos where all I need are the Electro Gemstones. And while yes, I could go and just fight the Regisvine or the Cube or whatever, it is kind of wasting the resin because like you don't need the boss drop. So I try to like find the like most effective way that I can farm while not taking it from someone who might need it later. This might be the worst fight to do. For the longest time, I have avoided this fight because I've hated it. Every time to get Khaenri'ah up to 70, every time that I've had to do this fight, I have hated every fiber of it. Every fiber. Take two. Maybe this time we'll actually get this proper because, like, my characters are healed and I'm actually going to be paying attention. But anyways, I try to min-max a lot of, like, the resin that I use because, like, resin, like, you can theoretically buy more primos and all of that, but you can't really buy more resin. And like, you can buy more resin, but like, when you buy the resin, like, you are even capped on how much you can buy. Okay, just die. I love how I was like, yeah, this thing's, like, easy now with vodka. And I'm like, no, still a bitch. Still a bitch. But I'm trying to, like, talk, and that's probably what's messing me up. I'm gonna be honest. It's fine. Have I made my point in terms of what I'm trying to say? Because I don't think I have. Like, I genuinely don't think that I have. I might just have to, like, voice over all of this in order for any of this to be coherent. But I got a chunk. I got a J chunk. That makes me happy. That makes me happy to see. Even though I only got 3, but that gives me more chances to run it. But I think one of the biggest things, like, so fun fact about me, and I think if you've seen my account, any of my account tours, or more importantly, any of my 1 build 1 weeks, like, I am a completionist with this game through and through, so, like, this is kind of just showing how I go about building characters, setting up my account, like, how I try to stay as efficient as possible without losing my mind, and trying to stay as, I want to say as free to play as possible, but I know that it's like, I will spend money. Not because I'm like, oh, I really want, like, insert new character, but it's like, this is a character I am genuinely excited for. And so I will be like, oh, okay, that is, like, for me, that would be worth it. But I know not everyone is like that, and some people will wear the, like, free-to-play as, like, a badge of honor, but I think, like, if I was just pulling characters that I liked, it would be one thing. Like, if that's all I was doing, and I was like, oh, okay, I like this character, so I'm gonna pull for them. But because I am trying to potentially stupidly get every single character on my account, it means that I'm gonna have to pull for characters that I don't necessarily want. And depending on how Temper Thyself and anything like that ends up being in the future, as of right now, I'm not planning on C6ing every 5-star character, but I'm going to try to C6 as many 4-star characters. I do want to level this up because, yeah, it was this one. Because I was like, wait, could this feather be better for Nicole? Because I have one that rolled nothing but defense. I mean, not defense, crit. It rolled, like, mostly crit. So it's a good piece for literally anyone else, just not Nicole. Like, the one stat it didn't need to roll into, it rolled into. But I'm like, it's still a good off piece. So I'm going to try this one. And then we'll see if that works for her instead. I have a bunch of random dead pieces that don't really do much of anything. But I'm kind of like, I have gotten so picky with my pieces. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm being too picky. I also, like, I do feel like I need to build my prune. But my prune's, like, C1. Yes! We got Whopper Flowers. And they're cryo. I forgot I had a fragile resin. And I do those one at a time because I'm trying to get the achievement. So in case you're like, why aren't you just doing, like, the multi thing or whatever, or using your resin to get more books at once? It's simply just because I'm trying to get that achievement that it's like, hey, once you do the ley lines like 8,000, what is it, like 4,000 times or something like that? 4,000, 8,000. For the longest time, I did not do ley lines. That is a me problem. That's not it. Where's the ley line? Here it is. Yeah, 400. I'm 6 away. I need as many Primo Gems as I can get, okay? I need as many Primo Gems as I can get. I will be doing the Lowhead story quest later this week, so that'll help with some of the materials that I need for him, but I'm also just like, I don't know if I'll get him. And I hate the idea that it's like, I'm gonna have to wait for, like, his rerun, but it's like, realistically, I have so many characters I need to build, and I feel like I can save up and get, like, other stuff, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wanderer just turned into a bike and just kind of yeeted himself, and that's fine. Oh, sweet, we got everything. We're gonna do Chevy's boss, because that potentially might give us enough. More importantly, I think I only need to do her boss one more time. Yeah, I only need to do her boss one more time for her, and it only drops Electro. Like, I still need to do Shenhe's boss a couple more times. 3 probably, 2 if I'm lucky. And Chevy's I need to do. Nicole's I'm done with. And I want to try to do some pre-farming for Nicole, but I'm not Nicole. Lohan. I typically run this team, except that's actually burn overcharge, yeah. We'll run this one. Mainly just because when it comes to like the bosses and stuff like that, you don't get any experience until you collect the resin. So there's no point in me running like the XP team. I actually don't remember if running Pyro on this one is the best thing. I actually wonder if it would be smart to run Visual. Shoot. Meant to switch to Nicole like 5 times on that. There we go. Sometimes it rolls so well running my vodka team. And I don't even have like the good vodka team because I am missing like 4 copies of Prune and Durin. I did try for Durin. The pools did not like me. It's fine. It's fine. I have no desire to finish building Chevreuse, but it's nice to know that I have the rest of the pieces that I need for her. Why is my keyboard not wanting to work? I need 1 more chunk. I don't like using Dust of Azul. I really don't. Even though I technically have it, the part of the reason that I don't like using it is because I'm like, I know I can use it for other stuff. Let me go back to trying to get Skirk built. Honestly, actually, that's on-field. Let me get some off-field shit. Because, you know what? Whatever I get for this, I can literally just use on Movuika for my Lohan team. Not that, though. Someday I'll get not shit pieces. Also, I need to go get some artifact fodder. I do have a handful of places marked. I don't do a proper artifact dive and get everything. It's usually just if I go to the area, then I'm like, yeah, I need to get this. There is a tiny part of me that wants to do artifact farming, but I also know that, like, if I do artifact farming right now, I'm, like, going to just be mad at myself. Mainly just, I'm gonna do this in hopes that we get some ooh, we got extra! Okay. Mainly because I'm kind of, like, I don't know, like, what I'm gonna need. Okay, that didn't help, but that's fine. At least we have everything for it. We just need enough of the material. Hold on. Let's go talk to Wagner first. I still have... It's always fun sometimes when I, like, just run too fast and then I end up just standing here. As if Vodka doesn't need to be taller. I literally have, like, nothing left, because back in February, actually, embarrassingly enough, I had the dumb idea to try... I went to the teapot and I didn't even use my stuff. Good job, me. I was like, I gotta deal with... Yeah, so we have a transient and then also a fragile. When you use a transient, I don't know. Wait, is my sack C5? Yeah. This is gonna hurt people. I am getting rid of that. Mainly, I don't like having a bunch of unnecessarily weapons, and I know these, you're like, those are unnecessary. These, I don't know when I will ever see in the wild again, because these were from chest. And then these, I need to put them on someone. I'm running out of catalyst, okay? I might have to actually just make some. I actually don't know if this is a, exclusive thing. I'm also running into the issue that I don't have the white tassel, which is why I'm building sacrificers for Lohan. Okay, that only brought it up to 48. This... Okay, at least I brought it up to 49. I'm sure I broke someone's soul doing that, but you know what? At least it wasn't a 5-star. We're running this comp. It's been interesting running this comp. I kind of want to actually do, like, a burning team. Like, an Adahaizen burning team. I know, technically, I think Khaenri'ah is supposed to be the burn one, but, like, I don't really care for his gameplay. Like, every time that I've played him in, like, Imaginarium or anything like that, it hasn't been enjoyable. Oh, also, I just realized he's not on his gilded set. He's on flowers because I had Shinobu on the gilded set because the gilded set... One, it kind of helped a little bit in Spiral, but more importantly, I was trying... The pieces were better, I think. Ooh! I need those ingenuities for Adahaizen. Although the game is gonna be like, hey, that'll help Layla. And it's like, no, they aren't. I could use the regular fragile. I kind of want to take some time to, like, save up some fragile resin. Like, I know I could do, like, a bunch of different, like, domains and whatnot. I don't know. I'm kind of just, like... I mean, one, I don't have time. But the other thing is, I kind of want to just... I think if I'm working on a specific character or something like that, then maybe that's one thing. But at the same time, I'm kind of just like... I don't know. I think it was because I used them a lot more with, like, Reckless Abandon last year when I was attempting, like, a 6-month completionist challenge where I just did as much as I could to quote-unquote complete Genshin. And it's only been recently in which I decided, I'm like, you know what? Unless Hoyo does something about the cons for 5-star characters, I'm like, I'm not gonna go for them. We'll use Xingqiu. Let's see what we get. Why did you only give me one? At least we got that done, and then just 9 of these, and we'll get her skill done. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go get the stuff from the teapot because I forgot it. And yes, I am doing 1 level at a time. It's fine. Okay, Tubby, we're back to do what we needed to do. I think we'll get these and then some of those. Because actually, weirdly enough, right now, I am good on Mora. Like, I could ruin it and start leveling some of their talents. Like, I could ruin it right now and take, like, a big-ass chunk out of it. I don't even have 1 million. Why the hell am I like, I'm good on Mora? No, I'm not. Girl, get some help. Ooh. What the genuine fuck? Do I have any animo character? Like, I know there are a lot of animo characters that want EM, But any of the ones that want an Animo % attack goblet, is this actually good on anyone? Am I gonna have to re-roll it? Because it rolled everything into EM? Give me my stuff so I can put it into the staff so I can feel a little bit closer to accomplishing something for today. I mean, at the very least, we got Chef Roos's boss done, even though we're not gonna even attempt to build her today. And we got the Sacrificer staff up to level 50. I wish I didn't waste all of my shit on other weapons when I was doing my... Let's try to build every weapon in, like, a month. Like an idiot. New day. I need to get more of... Okay, I'm going the right way. We need to get more of... Hold on. Let me switch. We need to get the rest of Shenhe's stuff. And let's see how we do. Okay, that is ass. That is just genuinely not a good piece. Oh my gosh, we are so close to getting Sethos cleared out, which is fantastic. Ooh. We are I knew we were gonna be one short. I knew it. And at least now we have all of the bullshit that we need. We can do this, and then this will give us plenty of opportunities to farm this for Hydro. The power of friendship. Is that enough to let Shenhe sit at 77? Yep. That's gonna have to get re-rolled, definitely. Or scrapped, I don't know. So one of the things that I really enjoy about kind of being a completionist in Genshin, where I'm trying to get every character, is the fact that I can kind of just make really fun teams. And you'll see it later in the video, but it is one of the things that I really enjoy, because I feel like it's so easy to just go and get the premium team for a DPS that you like and just focus on that and go like that. And that's totally fine, especially for stuff like Stygian or Spiral, but I definitely like trying to build my characters more for things like Imaginarium, where I'm focusing a whole lot more on understanding the character and finding different ways of running them, as opposed to I'm going to do this one thing over and over because it's the meta. Also, this is the only time that I think I ran the Ryo team for Iniquitous Baptist. You will see this a lot. Mainly because Khaenri'ah and Baizhu are both Dendro. They're the only ones who need this boss. And this boss drops everything but that. And this is one of the things that I really enjoy, is because I get to just kind of fight whatever bosses. It is a little bit tedious when you're trying to figure out the most efficient way, which is why I run this boss probably about 20 times. I will say, I do have all the boss drops for Khaenri'ah and Baizhu, so I'm not too mad about that. And it will save me time in the future, but this was kind of the best way to farm for Shenhe and Nicole, getting them, just because it drops Cryo and Pyro, and I don't have anything else that I can do for it. But I also like going through the other thing that I really like doing, and this is like a little bit of a maybe tip, if you have the time to do it, instead of using any sort of XP book to get that last little bit, I always tend to do it if it's under 500 because I'm always going to have boss or enemy drops or, you know, maybe weapon common enemies that I need to fight. And yes, it only drops 20 or 60 if it's one of the, I believe it's elite bosses they technically call it, and that's also at the highest level. But I really like doing this for every level if I can. I'm not going to do it if it's several thousand unless I just don't have the books for it, but I do like doing this just so that it's easier to level up a character. And now we get into the fun of Spiral a bit. Now, I only managed during this current run to get through floor 1, and it's not a pretty run. We will clear it later on in the video, but I'll talk about it more then. This is definitely one of those teams that it's very, like, typical run. Actually, this is the previous one. This is... So you have two different changes. You have this spiral change. I forgot that I actually did. I genuinely thought. My brain forgot. I thought that this was the most recent one that is currently out now. But this is one of the fun things that I really like doing because I don't like just running unconventional team comps, and this is one of the reasons why I want to build all my characters, is instead of running these traditional teams that you were supposed to run in the second half of this Lunar Bloom, I ran a Lunar Charge team with Nahida on it in order to get the Dendro application. And I just let my friends Aino and Shinobu rock and roll. And Shinobu isn't really the best character for these, especially because I have her on Flower of Lost Paradise, but it's fine. I thought we did more. I could be wrong. But I also know that I tend to do them in gaps. Also, yes, I did level up Toma. This is another issue that I have, and this is just a personal thing, where I tend to just like start halfway building characters. It's why I have a lot of characters at level 50. I know a lot of people will do the level 20 jail. I tend to do the 50 just because you get a standard pool. And yes, I do go after those. Look, it builds pity, and if you get a 5-star, 4-star character that you already have C6 of, then you get a free pull. It's nice and it's easy. I believe at this point I'm farming resistance, mainly to reform for loan. I think this is resistance. I can tell it is Mondstadt, and I genuinely I don't know why I didn't have this. And by cut this footage, I mean just speed it up, but we're already here in the voiceover. Yes, it did take me a while, but I'm also trying to run Prune and Chevreuse. Okay, yeah, we are pre-farming resistance. I think Prune actually needs it, and we do a lot of these runs. Oh wait, I did it for Jean, because I do try to get all of my characters built up to level 6. See, that's the other thing, is I don't know why I run certain domains. I'm like, oh, I'm running this one. I don't know why. Because I think it's less about trying to build every character or wanting to build every character, and more of my brain not focusing and committing to one character and then just jumping around. That is another thing that I tend to do. This was the Justice domain, so I'm using this to get Chloron stuff. It's my birthday, which is funny that this one looks very not like, I guess... No, we've been in Nokrai this whole time! I guess I made the designs last year. I don't know. Anyways. Cake! Happy birthday! Here's... single fragile resin. Did we not get more? I don't know if we got more last year. It is something I wonder. Like, ever since like this has been out, like how many people have taken either Colombina or Arlecchino in to do the Rosalind fight? Like, I know like a lot of people aren't doing it, so like everyone's doing like all of the Dottore fights and whatnot. And I'm just like, you know, for the ones that are like going back and like building older characters or having to use these to get like Like, I'm going for the cryo and the pyro because we need it for Shenhe and Nicole. But I wonder like how many are like going in just to be like extra cool. Oh, she did always have that. Sorry, the but like they did just release the. We have to do it this way. Sorry, we are freezing to Tom. We have to do this. You know what I kept forgetting? Straight up. I kept forgetting the difficulty shield. Like, it's not even so much the fact of like... No, you hit that! DPS Nicole! God fucking damn it. I'm just trying to heal. Let me heal. Okay. That took probably a lot longer than it should have. Sorry, we're skipping this. There we go. Took probably longer than it should have, but that's fine. Ironically, we also actually need all this stuff for Shenhe, but like the final build, so. Oh, Hoshi girly puppy. I did not realize you were still on the. God damn it! Why does this have to suck? Now it's gonna take me like 6 years to do this, and I'm gonna feel really bad because I have to like literally catalog all of this shit. And oh, fuck yes, we got a chunk. I just finished the Lohan story quest. I'm like a little bit in my feels right now from it. I'm sorry. It was really good. I wish we had a little bit more of his characterization. Mainly just because I'm like, I want more Lohan. Like, that's the main reason. It's not even like, oh, like they did a bad job. Like, no, it wasn't even anything like that. I'm just like, I want more Lohan. I just realized there was one thing I forgot to complain about in the story quest. They randomly keep changing the skin of the traveler. Like, it'll be like, you know, the new skin the entire time, and then like it'll switch back to the original skin. I just realized that. I never talked about that. Okay, let's go in. Now we should be good for the first one, I believe. Yeah, we got 32. So that's actually the most that I've gotten, and I'm proud of it. So, because I did manage to actually somehow squeeze out a win and clear floor 12, I got to skip floor 9, which is nice. I have never 36-star the Abyss on my account. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit of a skill issue because, like, right now I am running a little bit of the meta because I think it was a lunar damage bonus, and because my Flynn's is C0R1, also my Vodka is C0R1, and I'm really only just missing Durin on this team. Like, this is almost Vodka's premium team, and I know a lot of people say that Rune is on his premium team. You can't knock out the Animo Archon for a munch, you know? And that's just me. Now, we are only going to get through floor 11, mainly because I tend to, when it comes to floor 12, it's very hit or miss for me as to whether or not I actually complete it. But I did switch out my Flynn's for Ryo, and I know this is probably a lot more for Lohan, but at this point, I did not have him. And even if I did, he would not have been built. So, you gotta work with what you got. But I still kept the Vodka team. I'm not even kidding. The more I play Vodka, the more I regret Mavuika. Which I know is an insane statement, but he's just been so much more fun to play. And I know I'm not getting the big damage of Mavuika. But that's kind of one of the things that I like more about Imaginarium than Spiral, because Spiral you really have to go with whatever the meta is pushing in order to win. And for someone who'd rather just be able to play the characters that they want. And that's part of the reason why I enjoy doing more completionism stuff as opposed to just doing, oh, I'm going to vertical build these select characters. Because once they fall out of the meta, then it feels pointless. But I can then use the characters and kind of understand them a little bit better to then play them in stuff like Imaginarium. Now, I don't do an Imaginarium run during this because it's also on Geo, and I have no Geo built. I wouldn't even say I technically have a Goro built because he's just level 80. Like, he's had like the 1 build 1 week treatment. And of course, back to it. Okay. Let's go Gamba. Come on. We gotta go to where all the dead bodies are. Maybe the bodies in the fountain will bring Lohen home. I don't know. I am using some of my Genesis crystals because I need to. We're gonna do it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Now do we win? 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. I am so nervous, I swear to God. Oh God, I'm nervous. 74. 75. 76. 77. I'm so nervous.
よう、第5小隊の副隊長、ローエンだ。セピロス騎士団の協力が必要なら、騎士団本部に行け。ん？俺個人の力が借りたいのか？なら、まずは話し合いだな。
I am way too excited about this, and now I'm like slightly mad that I've spent I've spent stuff on getting Shenhe. I was like, let's get Shenhe. Okay, so 78 pity to get Lohen. Okay. Oh my God. Now here's the bad thing. It puts us back at a 50-50. I'm happy. Like, I'm not gonna complain about the fact that we're at this, because now we can take the next 2 weeks, or I guess honestly to the rest of the month. Okay, honestly, this is my question. I have a question for y'all, okay? Even though technically I was supposed to kind of start doing the Lohen video, like it was gonna be here, if I, like the next 1 build 1 week, if we do Lohen, will y'all be mad at me? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. If we do that, I think what I would do is build Lohen, and I would probably do a double. Kind of how I did Eon-san, except with Eon-san, I was doing it for friends. And I let my friends choose. Lohen is going to be building Lohen, and we would do Mizuki. And I think I would take it and kind of do more of a, like, we're going to be kind of building out the account and making sure that, like, we have, like, enough stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. But kind of just going through everything with Lohen, or building Lohen up, getting Mizuki ready for the Shinaya and all the new stuff, and things like that. And, like, I don't have Durin for this team, so it technically doesn't work, but I do have a Lohen team that I do want to put together. I am just, oh my God, I'm so happy. Hold on. Okay. So fun fact, it took 78 pity, but using Illawa, maybe, you know what? Maybe having Wander on the team brought out Lohen Jundada, and then fake Lohen. We got Lohen. I'm so excited about that. Now I gotta change this team out. We'll keep Illawa in. Lohan definitely needs to go in. We'll keep the other two, because I do need it. God, look at this sassy little bitch. I love him. Again, my Lohan is not built. Hold on. We're committing sacrilege right now. Are the Fontaine wings gonna be the best? Hold on. Fontaine or the Dragonspine ones? Dragonspine looks really good. Is it bad that these might look really good because it's the darker color? Like, the darker color looks better. But I do kind of like the mix. I think this looks better because, like, he does kind of have the mix of, like, the gold and the silver on him, and this does have that. I think that's the best. It's a little bit too blue, and I wish that we could go darker. Like, that could work, but I think it blends in too much. Whereas that could actually work a little bit better, but I think the mixing looks really good. We might get some better wings to Shania, but... Now, I don't know how Charlotte works. Where is more shit to fight?
いいタイミングだ。
この心を持って天に帰る拒絶。この天下で裁く。
逃がさねえ。楽になれると思うなよ。奇襲成功。
I mean, considering that we're not doing terrible damage. Granted, I mean, we're level 19 and we barely have a full set on him. Nope. At some point, I will learn how to play Charlotte, but that time is not now. I also know that I'm messing up the timing, but it's fine.
Huh? いい感じだ。などくらいか。俺にとって遠征隊の生活は案外悪くない。何かに縛られることはねえし、腕試しにちょうどいい敵もたくさんいるしな。例えばワイルドハントだ。頑丈な上に数も多いだろう。槍術の練習相手としちゃ申し分ない。ヒルチャールの拠点か。よくこんなもん作ったな。だが、なかなか様になってるじゃねえか。普段、俺がこういうのに突っ込むときは、構造や見張り塔を眺めてる暇なんてないんだ。目障りな魔物どもを掃除するのに忙しいからな。とか言ってると、腕が鳴ってきたぜ。後で適当に魔物の密集地を探すとするか。またまたやんのかまたまたより遠くまで見渡せる。
And now that Lohan is built enough, I can actually start working through some of his talents. But of course, none of that matters because we have to just continue to beat the ever-loving crap out of the iniquitous Baptist. I'm not even kidding when I say this. We fought this thing so much just in this week. I was able to get everything I needed for Baiju and Kirara. I literally have all of their boss drops just from doing this fight for the past like week and a half. But it's a nice way to kind of build up some of those characters where these are a bunch of things that I need. And yes, I won't always use just natural XP. I will use it when it's like 900, like when it's close like that. And finally, we get to fight a different boss. I fought this thing so much when I pulled for vodka, and then I got mad because I had a double drop, or I think it was like one short for like the last run I did. So I already had some in Lohan's boss. I was able to get like a little bit extra, and now we are back. But vodka is built this time, which makes this fight a lot easier. And I know typically I've been speeding them up. I don't know why I kept them so long. It's fine. I need to get probably a better healer for this particular fight, but because Bennett's kind of the main one that I use, I think Bennett actually is fairly decent for Moon Gecko because he kind of just stays in like that same spot. So if you want like the increase on the attack and everything, like he's not moving around a whole lot. Like it's not like the mishaps, it's not like the hermetic. So it's a lot easier to run Bennett on this one. We just end him like that. But we do need low hand drops, and this is actually helpful for Illawa. And we can go ahead and get some of his skills and burst up. I think we only can get his normal up to 4, but honestly it doesn't matter. I did do some extra runs for some other characters, and I wanted to just build those up. Now, moving into 412, I don't know what happened to the first chamber. I don't know, but I think... I genuinely don't know why it didn't record. I looked through the footage and I couldn't find it. I might have missed it. This ends up being the team that I run, which is very unconventional, but I think for specifically 412, this works. And specifically in Chamber 3. But dealing with the Geovicap is just a pain, and Ryo just doesn't do enough. But what I think it is I'm running him on a melt comp, and I have no ER on my Ryo. Like, I think it's like 21 EM. Because I accidentally built him for freeze, but honestly, all of my good crit pieces just never had EM on them. So there is a good chance that I might also be doing a just week of Marishose, or I might just use an Insidian. Also, another thing, like, would y'all be interested in me kind of building future or different characters specifically based off of whatever they are running in like a domain or something like that, so I could like increase my official while also doing Ryo? Now this is the very interesting team comp that I had to come up with, because I kept dying so much to the Swanee when I was running strictly a Pyro Vodka, because I've always forgot. It's been a while since I fought this boss. I forgot that you needed cryo. So I put Chi-Chi on the team. Now, I know that she's getting the super contact bonus, but as of right now, she applies cryo like every 5 minutes. And so long as you keep her burst kind of on hand, so when you need the cryo, it's worked. Running a vodka melt team is not something I anticipated doing. But also, I was able to use Nicole less for healing and more for that. Because also, I was able to put Bennett onto this half for the open eye. Now, this bitch is a nuisance. And this is why I think it was good to have Mabuka on the team. Because I believe if you didn't have like a DPS or, you know, a strong sub DPS, or it was just like a mono element, you're screwed in this fight, I believe. I'm not too good on like how bosses like work and stuff like that. I don't think I've technically fought this one. I think this is the one you fight for Linnae. And I think now also Sandrone, this is her boss. And basically I have not fought this thing. I might have fought it once to get the singular Frio gem for being like, hey, you showed up. But that was it. Honestly, like probably Lohan could have worked really well because you're kind of running with a strong sub DPS. And then typically you would probably run Mobuika's premium on the second half. But I don't have Mobuika's premium half. I don't even have a Mobuika that is remotely premium half. So now we head into the Hermetic Spirit Speaker with Chi-Chi. That, like, this fight honestly irritated me because like I would be like going after one and then it would jump to another and all of a sudden I'd be dead. I died so many times to this thing. I died a lot more on the second half than the first half. The first half would just, I would eventually get there. It would just take a while because I would be very slow because Ryo just doesn't do a lot of damage. And part of the reason why I'm thinking of revamping his kit, especially for Super Stellar Conduct. However, this is one of the biggest reasons that I really want to maybe start doing some Spiral Abyss runs on here and just go through the whole thing, because kind of making weird team comps like this was just really fun. But we did it! And now we head back to the Lava Dragons. Actually, no, we're headed to the Lava Dragons. Which, it always makes me laugh whenever I fight this thing, because I just remember the Aoife video where I had to fight this and just struggling for like 6 minutes because I didn't really have a good Pyro character and I didn't know that it was 2 cycles of Pyro. And now I run Vodka. It's great. I need to stop like specifically looking at how my video is running because like it's looking very slow, but it's probably looking that way to y'all. But it's like recording, it's very different. But I wanted to do this mainly because I was like, oh okay, I'm probably not going to get Lohen built this week because I spent everything on Shanha. So I was like, let me at least try to get Nicole built. Then I did one Iniquitous Baptist run. I believe this is Descartes. Sometimes when I like look at some of these like domains, I'm like, wait, which one is this again? And I have like a little bit of an issue just based off the bosses. But no, this is the Descartes because I really wanted to try to get some more pieces because I didn't really have anything that I could use condensed resin for. Or did I have a fragile? Or did I just decide to use my fragile? No, I decided to use my fragile because I wanted some low-hand pieces. Don't worry. I don't get any. That is my luck, because of course 3 of them had to be obeyed, and the one day carved isn't even good, because I just need a decent sand and a decent circlet. That's it. And I contemplate that piece because it does look good, but I'm like, no one really uses energy recharge as much anymore. Then we get into more iniquitous because I can't stop. And because it's Sunday and my parametric transformer updates every Sunday, I also learned this really cool trick. If you use those rocks, they do generate electro, so you really don't have to do anything. You can kind of just sit there and watch it do its work. And finally, to end this insanity, with a 50 CV attack circlet. Why? Why does this always happen when I'm not filming? I came into Genshin because I was like, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna film the outro, but I'm gonna use my resin first because I'll get to it later, but I needed to get this video out. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me just run Lynette's boss, because I'm trying to work on her just so that I have somewhere else that I can farm some animo. What the hell? What the hell is this? Sorry, this has nothing to do with the video. I'm just mad about this. Because this shit always happens when I'm not filming. Every time. Every time. But that is going to be it for this rather chaotic like week of playing Genshin. I wish I could say that this is technically a 1 build 1 week sort of video, but where it kind of is, it also kind of wasn't, because it was just kind of how I typically play while also building up different characters that I needed to build, which we did alright for. Usually whenever I'm like jumping into something, I get very ambitious. However, we got Lohen, and we already got him up to level 50, which is good considering that it's Cryo. And Cryo is always a pain. Also, I did do this while I was editing, because it does take me a while to edit. I did manage to finally finish ascending Shenhe, as well as Nicole. I actually just did this yesterday. So we got 3 characters built. Granted, they were all kind of like ready to be built. I still have a whole bunch more characters that I need to build, so if you want to ever see a future 1 build 1 week from me, let me know in the comments, but also subscribe to the channel if you want more. I do have some very fun subscriber goals in mind. They'll be fun for you, not for me, but that's fine. But I have plenty of characters. I have some other fun stuff that I want to do with Genshin, as well as just doing fun, like, other content. Like, right now, we're actually going to be starting a new LP on the channel, so, you know, stick around if you're interested in any of that. Also, if anyone wants, like, I'm kind of thinking of maybe doing, like, not necessarily like tips for like building as many characters as quickly as possible, but kind of like something like that, like specifically for the people that are like trying to build every character or have a lot of characters on their account that they want to build. If y'all would like to see a video or something like that, because I have kind of learned some things just throughout doing this as a completionist. So if y'all would be interested in that, let me know. But I don't want to do too long of an outro just because this video is already long enough. But hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, also endgame content. Like if y'all want to see me do like endgame, mainly just Spiral and Imaginarium, because I don't do that well in Stygian. I do the primos and I call it a day. But yeah, if y'all want to see that content from me too, let me know. Because I still do really like making the fun, unique teams. But I'm gonna go before Lohen, you know, continues to threaten people more and the video just gets completely just, you know, taken down. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.